Mark is a friendly and confident guy. He likes talking to people, especially women. He knows when to joke and when to be serious. That's why many girls feel attracted to him. But there's a problem. Whenever Mark wants to talk to a new girl, he completely freezes. His heart beats fast, his hands shake, and his voice gets weak. Most of the time, he doesn't even say a word. Why does this happen? A lot of guys feel the same way. Even if you don't struggle with this, I'm sure there are moments in your life when fear holds you back. Maybe you want to ask for a raise, stand up for yourself, or talk to someone new, but you just can't do it. You freeze, and later you feel bad for not taking action. So what's the solution? Overcoming fear takes time, but if you break it down into small steps, it becomes much easier. The only way to get better is to focus on taking one small step at a time. In this video, I'll teach you about the micro-avoidance theory. It's a simple but powerful method that will help you overcome fear and feel more confident in daily life. So let's get started. What is the micro-avoidance theory? Every day, you make thousands of choices. Most of them are small and don't really change your life, like what to eat for breakfast or whether to go to the bathroom now or later. But over time, your choices shape who you are and how you think. Let's take an example. Eating fast food once won't make you gain weight. But if you eat it every day for a year, it will definitely affect your body and health. You can see the physical changes, so you know it's true. But what about the things you don't see? The small choices that don't have physical effects, like standing up for yourself, saying no to peer pressure, or pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. If you keep avoiding these small challenges every day, every month, every year, your mind will learn to never feel confident. And that's a big problem. All those small, unimportant choices add up over time. So when it's time to make a big decision, breaking up with a toxic person, finding a better job, or confronting your family, you won't do it. Why? Because you've trained your mind to react like this. I want to do something? Never mind, I won't do it. This is what micro-avoidance is all about. It means that if you keep avoiding small, uncomfortable situations, your mind will learn to avoid big, important decisions too. I wish I could say I came up with this term, but I didn't. The idea of micro-avoidance has been around online for a while, but no one has really explained the psychology behind it or how to use it to improve your life. Until now. This theory is based on something called the approach avoidance conflict, introduced by psychologist Kurt Lewin, who is known as the founder of social psychology. He explained that when we make a decision, we feel a conflict between the good and bad outcomes. You know, that little battle in your head between, this is exciting, go for it, and this could go wrong, don't do it. But here's the problem. Humans have something called negativity bias, which means when there's a 50-50 chance of success, we usually assume the worst will happen. So that's our struggle. We overthink choices and expect bad results. But now, let's see how the micro-avoidance theory can help you break this pattern and take control of your life. How fear grows in your mind. Let's see how the micro-avoidance theory works in real life by looking at Mark's situation. He's afraid to approach girls, but why? On the surface, we might think, Mark just needs to be confident and go for it. But let's dig deeper. Why does he feel this fear in the first place? It's Friday morning. Mark's alarm rings, but instead of getting up, he hits snooze and sleeps in. When he finally wakes up, he rushes to the bus stop. The bus is about to leave, and he could run to catch it. But he worries that people will laugh at him, so he stays put and waits 20 minutes for the next one. On the bus, he notices an empty seat next to a girl he likes. He could ask if it's taken, but she has her headphones on, and he assumes she'll think he's annoying. He also doesn't want people around him to judge, so he stays quiet and keeps standing. At work, he's overloaded with tasks. A coworker asks for help, and Mark knows he doesn't have time. But he doesn't want to upset her, so he agrees. She finishes her work on time and goes home, while Mark stays late to complete his own tasks. Each of these small decisions might seem unimportant, but they all add up. Over time, Mark has trained his mind to avoid discomfort at all costs. So when it comes to something big like approaching a girl, his brain follows the same pattern. I want to do it? Never mind, I won't. It's finally nighttime, and Mark is ready to hit the club with his friends. He's excited and wants to leave early, but his friends decide to go straight to the club without hanging out beforehand. Mark considers leaving on his own and meeting them there later, but he worries that people will think he's a loser with no friends. So he stays home and kills time watching TV, waiting for them, Mega 5. Once inside the club, Mark realizes the 3 shots of tequila aren't sitting well. He thinks about ordering a glass of water but stops himself. He assumes people will judge him for not drinking, and he doesn't want to slow down the line at the bar. So, he does nothing. -6. He spots an empty chair next to a table. Sitting down would be nice, but what if the people who were sitting there come back and embarrass him for taking their spot? He doesn't want to deal with that, so he keeps standing, -7. Finally, Mark sees the girl he wants to talk to. It would be so simple, just walk over and say, "Hi, I'm Mark." But after a day of avoiding small challenges, his mind is already in a negative state. Instead of taking action, he makes excuses. She looks like she has an attitude. She's probably waiting for her boyfriend. She doesn't want to talk to anyone. What would I even say? Conclusion: since Mark spent his whole day avoiding small, micro challenges, his brain got used to making excuses. Every time he wants to do something, his first instinct is to find a reason not to. Over time, this way of thinking becomes his normal state of mind. Build confidence by reversing the process of fear. As you've just seen, fear doesn't come out of nowhere. It's built over time by constantly avoiding things that make you uncomfortable. Every time you tell your brain, "If something scares me, I just won't do it," you make that fear stronger. And the more you avoid something, the harder it becomes to face. But here's the good news. Confidence works the same way. Every time you say, "Screw it, I'm doing this," and take action, you train your mind to stop overthinking and just go for it. The more you make bold decisions, the easier they become. Think about it. If you hesitate over small things like ordering a glass of water or sitting in an empty seat, how can you expect yourself to take on bigger challenges like approaching a stranger or asking for a raise? Your mindset is built on your daily choices, no matter how small they seem. Of course, this doesn't mean you should be reckless. If you're drunk and want to run into traffic, that's just stupid. Use common sense. But when it comes to everyday situations that can help you grow, push yourself to take action. Imagine if Mark had made just one different choice at the start of his day. What if he got up on time, +1, caught the first bus, 2, sat next to the girl, 3, politely set his boundaries at work, 4, went out when he wanted to, 5, ordered the water, 6, and took the empty seat, 7? Each step would have boosted his confidence. By the time he saw the girl he wanted to talk to, he wouldn't be overthinking it. He would just do it. That's the power of micro-decisions. Your confidence isn't built in a single day, but in the little choices you make every moment. So stop waiting, stop avoiding, and start doing. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. Just start with the next small decision. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more content like this. And remember, confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. So start building today.